The ocean stretched endlessly under the pale early morning sun waves sparkling like scattered diamonds on the blue horizon, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of salt and adventure across the deck of the grand cruise ship that seemed impossibly large and alive with quiet anticipation. Subscribe now and don't miss the cruise journey. Lena stepped onto the deck, her luggage rolling softly behind her. As the ship swayed gently beneath her feet, the air smelled of the sea and freshly polished wood, and the sound of distant seagulls mixed with the faint hum of the engines created a rhythm that pulsed in her chest with excitement. She had dreamed of this moment for months, her first cruise, and the promise of hidden treasures and unexpected surprises thrilled her more than she could express. The crowd around her buzzed with energy, families, couples, groups of friends, all moving in careful chaos. Laughing voices floating through the morning sunlight. Each step Lena took felt like stepping into another world, a world floating above the waves, where rules changed and possibilities multiplied. She clutched the small notebook she had brought, her eyes scanning the schedule of events and perks marked with tiny notes scribbled the night before in preparation for her first voyage. As she wandered past the glittering pools and wide promenade, the first hint of mystery struck her. The announcement had promised surprises hidden in plain sight, free perks scattered across the ship for those observant enough to notice. The idea made her pulse quicken. Lena moved with curiosity, her eyes flicking from the buffet doors to the sparkling elevators to the shining railings, imagining what might lie behind each corner. The first free discovery came almost immediately. A small group gathered near the aft deck, laughing quietly as staff handed out miniature tropical drinks garnished with fruit. The drinks were free and offered to all passengers as a morning welcome gift. Lena joined the circle, her lips curling in surprise as she tasted the sweetness, the chill, the tiny burst of coconut and pineapple, her senses waking fully to the reality of being on the ship. The staff smiled knowingly but said nothing about what other gifts might await. She wandered further, the ship now feeling like a maze filled with promise. Each hallway seemed to pulse with the hidden energy of opportunities not yet realized. A soft breeze from an open deck carried the scent of sunscreen and warm coffee, and Lena followed it instinctively toward the source. The pool deck below shimmered with reflection and laughter. When she noticed a sign tucked near the bar announcing free sunscreen and towels available for any guest, she hesitated a moment, thinking it could be a trick, but the staff waved her forward, handing her a crisp towel and a small bottle of sun protection. With a smile and a wink, the day grew brighter, and the ship felt alive in a way that was almost sentient. Lena felt it in her chest, in the sway of the deck, in the distant clinking of glasses, in the laughter of children chasing each other around the pool. The first hints of the ocean's deep mystery pressed against her imagination as she realized that the free gifts were not only material but experiences, moments designed to spark curiosity and joy. The next free surprise revealed itself near the central atrium, a large wooden staircase spiraling upward past glistening lights and hanging art. The staff offered free mini photography sessions, capturing passengers in candid moments against the backdrop of the vast open sea. Lena hesitated only a moment before stepping into the frame, a professional camera snapping images she would later find waiting in her digital account with no charge, a gift she had never expected but treasured instantly. As she roamed from deck to deck, each corner revealed a small revelation. A free sample of local snacks from ports they had yet to visit, a brief tasting of rare teas and coffees, a soft fabric robe for spa access, all small gestures wrapped in the air of secrecy and exclusivity. The thrill of discovering them heightened her awareness. The passengers around her seemed oblivious to the subtleties, and she felt as if she alone had unlocked the hidden language of the ship. The sun climbed higher and shadows shortened as Lena paused to watch the ocean stretch toward the horizon. A lone pod of dolphins arced through the water, their sleek bodies slicing through the sunlight, and the moment felt like a quiet reminder that free wonders were everywhere if one only noticed. Lena realized that each perk, each free offering was a thread tying the ship and its inhabitants to the untamed majesty outside the rail. Suddenly, a soft voice approached announcing free yoga classes on the upper deck. Lena hesitated, feeling self-conscious, yet the gentle persuasion of her curiosity drew her up the stairs to find a small group stretching and breathing as the waves rocked The ship beneath them, every movement felt in sync with the ocean, and she felt a rush of calm serenity mingled with the thrill of discovery as she joined the circle and followed the instructor through the gentle routine. By the time the day reached its high noon, the sense of suspense had deepened, each discovery feeding into the next, every free offering carrying a sense of mystery and delight. As she moved through the ship, the promise of even more unexpected gifts hung in the air, attention sweet and inviting, tugging her toward the next revelation, unknown and unseen. The afternoon sun stretched across the deck, turning the waves into liquid gold. Lena moved carefully through the corridors, now attuned to the rhythm of the ship, each movement carrying a subtle hint of opportunity. Her curiosity burned brighter with each step. She had already uncovered small free treasures, but the feeling that something even more extraordinary awaited made her pulse race. Near the aft, she discovered the next secret, a small booth tucked behind a decorative fountain where a staff member offered free mixology classes to anyone willing to try. The crowd was thin and hushed, as if they were all conspirators in a shared secret. Lena hesitated, but stepped forward and was handed a shaker and a small selection of ingredients. The instructor guided her hands through the process, showing how flavors blended and balanced with precision. Her drink completed, she tasted it, and the burst of unexpected sweetness and subtle spice made her grin. The perk was free, yet it felt like a private indulgence tailored for those brave enough to explore. She wandered toward the entertainment deck, a place alive with laughter and the faint rhythm of music, and noticed a small sign announcing complimentary access to a virtual reality tour of the next port they would visit. Her curiosity piqued, she stepped into the dimly lit area and slipped on the headset. A wave of sensation engulfed her, the sights, sounds, even the smell of bustling streets, markets, and spices greeted her. The experience was free, and yet so vivid she felt as though she had already traveled across oceans. The quiet suspense of the ship kept building with every step. Lena's senses tingled as she noticed a subtle invitation for a free cooking workshop in a small corner of the galley deck. She entered cautiously, only to find a chef demonstrating techniques for local seafood dishes. He handed her small bites and showed her tricks she would later use to recreate the meals back home. The workshop was intimate, personal, and free, a hidden gem among the crowds of unaware passengers. As the day passed, Lena found herself drawn to the library, a serene space with floor-to-ceiling windows, through which the sunlight poured, illuminating shelves of books from every corner of the world. A small note indicated free ebook downloads for passengers through the cruise app. She took out her phone, and within moments a digital library opened at her fingertips, a treasure trove of stories and knowledge, all offered freely by the ship and its staff. The late afternoon brought the discovery of complimentary live music on the sun deck. A small ensemble played soft jazz as the horizon blazed with orange and pink. The seats were free to anyone who wished to sit, and the ambiance was intoxicating. Each note seemed to resonate with the gentle rocking of the ship, as if the music had been composed to match the heartbeat of the ocean itself. Lena sank into the experience, completely forgetting time. Dinner approached, and with it another subtle perk, a complimentary tasting menu in one of the specialty restaurants. The line was short, only a handful of observant passengers had noticed the subtle sign, and Lena was among them. Each dish presented carried a story, a flavor from a distant port, a texture that hinted at faraway lands. The meals were free, yet indulgent, every bite a small adventure that she would remember long after the cruise night fell and the final discoveries revealed themselves on the top deck, starlight spilling across the black velvet sky as the gentle hum of the engines kept a steady rhythm beneath the stars. Were free telescope sessions offered by a quietly smiling staff member, allowing Lena to peer at distant constellations and planets she had only glimpsed in books. The vastness of the sky mirrored the vastness of the possibilities the cruise held, and every gift discovered seemed intertwined with the endless expanse above. By the time Lena returned to her cabin, she reflected on the day, the thrill of the unknown, the small victories of curiosity, and the way the free gifts had felt like secret keys unlocking a deeper experience. The ship seemed less like a vessel and more like a living organism, breathing in the hopes and wonder of all aboard. Thank you for watching this journey of discovery. Stay with us for more cruise travel stories, tips, and hidden treasures. Keep exploring and never Missed the chance to uncover the unexpected? Make sure to watch the next video and continue the adventure.